It's mid-October in southern Ohio, and Bill Kaeppner of the Enduro Riders Association is getting the baby Burr Dual Sport Ride underway.
And the first thing I want to do this year is to have Erica Hayes here. She's the, come on up, you gotta come up. The senior class president at Denton County High School. And we're presenting her with a check for $1,000 for their scholarship fund and my broken leg. A couple of you guys this year were a little disappointed with me because I said about their sound, but the guys involved all got their bikes down. Sound is a big issue. If they don't hear it, they don't complain. One guy makes a lot of sound, we're all loud. So that is a real issue, and don't race. When we're out on the gravel roads, you're by houses, don't race. There's no need. It's not time.
We've got a beautiful weekend and a beautiful trail ahead. So come with us and enjoy the ride. After a short stretch of paved road, they put us on a gravel township road, which will take us back towards the first wood sections. This is a beautiful day to go for a ride. The temperature is about 65 degrees. The sun is out. There are hardly any clouds in the sky. And we are just going to have a wonderful time. The road keeps getting narrower. And here you can see it's starting to turn into a path. There's a few ruts and a little bit of water here and there. Here come some of the first riders. And now we're coming out of one of the first wood sections. We'll come up here to the corner and turn onto the paved road. Here we go into a wood section that's a little bit more advanced. Even though it looks like a trail, this is actually an old township road, and it goes through a creek bed. You can see the trails are a little bit tacky, but they're certainly not rutted out or anything. The Enduro Riders Association has gone to a lot of trouble to find a lot of trails that are fun to ride that aren't all worn out from overuse. Looks like we're coming out of this woods section. This is always a good place for riders to congregate and compare notes and take a little break.
See? Too much front. Too much front brake.
Here's the first rocky downhill of the day. There's a little bit wider two-track trail, another old township road. You can pick up a little speed, relax, and just enjoy the scenery on a road like this. We got a little obstacle up ahead here. Now we'll just go around. I don't usually like ruts, but sometimes when you're on the side of a hill, it helps. Here's another creek bed. Most of the creek beds in this area have rocks on the bottom, so even though they're wet, they're not particularly muddy. A lot of dual sport rides are mostly road, But anybody that's looking for good trails is definitely getting their money's worth today. Well, here we come towards the big rocky downhill. And if you look on the left as we come down the hill, you'll see our other cameraman, Brett Milby, shooting there at the bottom of the hill. We're coming up on another big rocky downhill. This was in last year's baby Burr ride, and last year everyone had to go up this hill. And you can see it's a little bit rough. Definitely a lot easier going down. Whoops. Here comes Kirk Sessions taking a day off from competition. Not only was Kirk District 11 Enduro Chairman this year, he rode this KTM in the ISDE and got himself a bronze medal.
Guys okay?
Yeah, thanks.
This is a pretty rocky and pretty steep uphill section that I had never seen before. It was just a little bit tricky. Even so, most of the riders went right on up. This is one of those hills that if you put your feet down, they're probably going to stay down for quite a while. You just have to have a certain amount of momentum to keep your balance over those rocks, like this guy. And here we come back out on the paved road again. This time we're headed for the gas stop at South Bloomingville. It's most of the way through the morning. It's about 11 o'clock, about 50 miles out. So are you having a good ride?
Oh yeah, this is great.
Can't have a much better day.
That's for sure. It's my first one. It's a blast.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Changes the whole game. I need to speed back
Well, we're back out on the trail now. After the open field, we get a nice creek crossing. It looks pretty big, but it's not real deep. The water's nice and clean, bottom's pretty hard. And here we are at lunch. Along with good friends and good things to eat, there's also help for people that need assistance. Mark Hyde, as usual, is on the scene here to provide tire changes, tools, and all kinds of help to the riders.
I had one that I usually carry for that. I gave it to the Cub this morning. Needed it. Do you want this back? You can like it back. Yeah, that's got to stop. Hey, Mark.
Well, we're back on the trail. Here we're on a little off camber. This weekend there's just mile after mile of wonderful trail. Here's a big creek crossing that a lot of riders recognize. It's in Baby Burr almost every year. Woods is just a little bit different. The soil here is a little bit more sandy than what we're used to with clay and loam. And here we have pine trees. This section of trail is a little bit different than anything we've seen so far. Notice all the trees are small and much shorter. That's because this is an area that has been logged. Here comes Kirk Sessions again, and he's moving right along. Even so, he's got time to stop and help a rider in trouble.
Nothing worse than a flat on a trail.
This is why we ran mooses at the 6 days, because you didn't have to deal with a flat tire.
Yeah. You know, the back wheel wouldn't hold back nothing.
As soon as I left you, I seen that I come across that old rock, and I thought, oh no, man, he's gonna have some trouble.
I had to walk around that.
Just after the big creek crossing you've been seeing, there is a huge, long hill. For riders on big bikes, this was definitely one of the highlights of the day. Now, if you like big water crossings, this is the best one of the weekend. You can see there's some riders standing over there on the bank just to see if anybody has any kind of a problem. This one gets fairly deep, too. Sunday morning comes early, but it's another beautiful day. Early in the morning, out on the trail before all the riders get there, Brett Milby and I took a nice ride together. You know, cameramen like to relax too. This is Sunday's first wood section. The sun's low in the sky. The leaves are beautiful. It is just a wonderful day. Picked up a little leaf there on the camera. And here come Sunday's first riders. Here's another steep hill that last year we had to go up. And here's what it looks like from the rider's point of view going down that hill. You can see the last part of it's pretty steep. And here we go into the beginning of about a 15-mile section, which is used regularly on the Enduro Riders ISDE qualifier every spring. This section is a bit more difficult than anything you've seen so far. Where but the Enduro section is a better place to go for a ride with Enduro and Hare Scrambles champ Mark Hyde. Mark's going to take us through the Enduro section and show us some really good riding techniques. Of course, Mark's out to have some fun, too. Watch him take a nice little hop over the obstacle there. People wonder how riders like Mark go so fast. One of the big secrets is they are good at reading the trail, and they always take a very good line. See how Mark skirts the mud hole? He always picks the quickest way through each obstacle. See, he stays up on the side out of the rut. He stands up over big obstacles to use his legs as a shock absorber. You see, he goes pretty fast. He's sort of hard to follow. Here we come out into an area that's been logged. Shorter trees, smaller brush. This looks like it may have been a strip mine at one time. Now watch how Mark caroms off the sides, staying out of the ruts and bumps at the bottom, just kind of sashaying from one side to the other. If you're going around a curve, you can always ride up on the side. And Mark uses that to his advantage.
Okay, the last section that we just covered was a lot of sweeping stuff and a few mud holes that you kind of had to watch out for, and also with the leaves down this type of year, you really got to be careful because you can stuff under the leaves you don't see and you can hit. But when we were coming down some of the trails there, they kind of V'd out on us, and we were just kind of working the bank, staying on the smooth stuff, trying to stay out of the holes. And also too, when we get to some of the mud holes this time of year, just skirt the edges and everything. But this type of year, you know, it's like the trails today have just been perfect. I mean, no little dust, the mud hadn't been bad, and the weather's been perfect. You know, we got our coats on, but it's starting to warm up a little bit. But like I said, this fall in Ohio and back east is this like the best riding of the year.
Really want to do that now. Why? This is my first time out on this now.
Oh, it's a good ride.
So far.
Did you do the advanced sections?
I backed out on the ones that they were talking about where the pallets were across. I took the green route there. Then I lost my map in a mud hole. I dumped it in a mud hole.
Just when you think Baby Burr is all woods, the Enduro Riders Association throws in a little surprise. At the afternoon gas stop, the riders still can't believe the good weather or the trails. Well, how you doing? You having a good ride?
It's great. Perfect day. Great trail, fresh trail to park. Can't beat it.
So how's that old IT running today?
And it's run like great.
Well, I know you always take good care of them.
That's for sure. It's still running good.
You make them last.
That's for sure. The ride's been great today.
Wonderful ride. Couldn't be better. Beautiful weather, nice friend, great trail.
Looks like you got in a little bit of mud.
I think for a guy that's 55, this is pretty darn tough. And I don't know how to get through the puddles without just going through them.
That's why you're all covered with mud.
You can tell this, can't you?
You have fun?
At the riders' meeting, they told us about the creek crossing with pallets in it. I didn't realize it was so close to the end of the ride. Here's Mark Hyde getting a fellow rider's bike across. Well, it's on through the last wood section to top off a beautiful 2-day October trail ride.